All right. Hello, everyone. Shell here, otherwise known as Keeper of Ages, and I'm about to begin the final game of the Myst franchise, Myst V End of Ages. Growing up, Myst was my first experience with PC gaming. My father, I believe, had purchased the original Myst game when I believe it had initially been released for PC. I think it came out on Mac sooner. So we had a really old Windows 95 computer, and every night we would play that. And as the years went on, we would buy every subsequent game and play through those. When I was in my tweens and my early teens, that's when I started playing the later games exclusively on my own. And one thing I absolutely love about Myst is just journeying through these isolated environments, these gorgeous worlds, ages, through books and what that means. And I think I've already talked about that throughout the series. So this is the final game. I've played through the original Myst, Riven, Myst III Exile, Myst IV Revelation, Uru, which was a little bit of a departure, sort of skipped into the future, and meant to be an MMO multiplayer game in the third person with pickups and customization for your character and your relto. But this goes back to the older formula of, I don't know if you're exactly the stranger again. We'll have to see when we enter the game. It's been a long time since I've played this one as well, probably 10 years. This draws a lot from the story that we experienced with Uru, with the introduction of the Bahro that had never been mentioned before in the other games, the creatures that the Dini had enslaved for their own purposes and who had mysterious linking abilities of their own. And we learned that Yeesha was trying to free them from Dini oppression and also rebuild Dini with a thriving new people. It was what Atrus had set out to do long ago as well, and Yeesha wanted to aid him with his burden, as she called it. So let's see Myst V End of Ages. I suppose we have different players too. I don't remember any of this at all. Okay, new. My journey has come to an end. I have lost my home, my books, my sons. I've lost my father, my grandmother, my dear wife, Catherine. And now I fear my only daughter is gone as well. And for what? For the slimmest hope that things could be put right? What began as my tedious life in the cleft, holding out hope for more, has returned to the same. I've gone to great lengths to watch the end be written, and now I find myself alone in a sandstorm in Tumana, waiting for a single grain of sand to fall. Deni's future is like an hourglass. As the final grain slips through, I wait and I tremble, losing hope that the hourglass will be turned over once again. The age may simply end, expended and lifeless. I have passed my cursed burden on to my cherished daughter, Yeesha. She has either understood and embraced it, or the weight of it has crushed her. I fear it has been far too long. My hope has waned. If Yeesha has failed, is anyone left who can understand? Oh, I am old and so tired. Once again, I am useless. Today, I will put an end to my useless waiting and go on to a better place. Atrus. Whoa! Those were the Bahro, and this is like Kavir. This is... Huh. So that's Myst, but it's completely locked up. Yeah, this is where Atrus had sat at the very end of the Myst game, and what we found in Uru. So those creatures, those were the Bahro. Those were the lease that we had seen in Myst Uru. Now, as I recall, in all the games, it seemed as though these doors were locked. Are any of them open? That's the one that we had just inspected. It looks like whatever books or things that had been left there are gone, with the exception of Myst. Is it just me, or does that door look suspect? It's different than the rest. Okay, so I checked that nook. I'll check all the nooks just in case. It's open a smidge, but not quite. And was it me, or did the Bahro vanish? I know that they have the uncanny ability to link elsewhere, but I never would have expected them to just be able to disappear. Whoa. There's a rumbling. Is there something wrong with Denis itself? Also, how did we end up here? What? Oh, there's actually a handle on that door, unlike the other ones. We'll finally be able to go beyond and see what's in these chambers. Ah, it's beautiful. Well, that's Denis architecture for you. More bats. Huh, so there's another chamber beyond, and that's Denis in the distance. And is that a Bahro? Standing in the window? Yeah, that's the lake, the glowing orange lake. I think it's the algae that makes it glow. Yeah, there are multiple Bahro there. Now, when Atrus had written his letter, he said that he was worried that the burden that he had placed on Yeesha was breaking her somehow. I mean, she did seem to believe herself to be the grower and believed it was... Oh. They have their own little linking sound, like a... I wonder what that could be. That's... Oh. Myst Journal. Restore saved game. Oh, I see. So we can actually use this. That's a photograph. So that's how you create saves. Yeah, there seem to be all these catacombs, but I don't believe that what we saw on the left is something that we can actually go into. Looks like I have to keep going down. It's a dead end. That door has to be our way out. Okay. Ah, this is where we need to go. Wow. I've never seen anything like this before in the previous Myst games. It's showing another age inside it. It's like a force field of some sort. Uh-oh. Oh, did they link away? Huh? They're tablets and planets. Something, a cavern shrouded in, clouds over an ocean. Rocks on the shore. Whoa. I can hear the other environments. The birds? What are these stones? They have different shapes. This one's sort of diamond on top. That one looks like a house. Just a round, oblong shape. And this one's circular. Huh. But there doesn't seem to be any linking books. Maybe if I go up these stairs, will I be able to find someone? I keep hearing the Bahro. What would they want with me? Is there really no one here? I don't believe I could interact with those. I'm surprised no one's here to greet me. How did I even get here in the first place? Unless I... Wait. Oh, the tremors. They caused a cave-in. Oh, just up the other way. I'm perfectly free to come back into this chamber by the looks of it. But this is the only way to go. So I must have to find a way to get into one of those worlds somehow. Question is, whoop, how? I can click on the center. It actually, a tablet appears and disappears. I've touched it. What's actually happened, though? Yeesha.
So, friend, the tablet has responded to you. Of course. If you're seeking my father, his time is past. He won't be requiring your assistance. The book to his cursed island lays locked and gathering dust in his prison. That book, along with his pain and his burden, have been passed to me. And now you will know it too. You will listen carefully. This is not to be taken lightly. The tablet has responded to you. It will be your burden. Choose wisely in the end, for there will be no second chance. Many have taken this tablet, and they tried not to let go. It is the power of the writing. It seduces all who try to hold it. I have held it, tasted its sweetness. But I can hold it no longer. They have served too long. Always serving. Ever watching. And now perhaps you will see how to release them. First, collect what's been scattered, and then the tablet will be released. Then you will hold it. You will find in each age along the journey that there will be help, and there will be hindrance. You will start this journey where I started, where my father Atrus started, where my great-grandmother Tiana started. You will end this journey here, when the tablet is released. When you return, the tablet will be yours. When the tablet is yours, do not give it to me. What you still don't understand, you have failed to hear or don't need to know. Begin.
What? Where did she send me? And who's this guy?
You have seen Yeesha. She was, I'm sure, not very hospitable. You're confused, no doubt. My name is Esher.
Sure, yeah.
It's my pleasure to meet you. She has given you the quest. Yes, quest. The quest to carry the four, the quest to release the tablet, the quest that is proving to be more difficult than she anticipated. Many have taken the quest, and the tablet still has no master. I will tell you what she will not. I will help you when she will not. But she and I agree on this point. Do not give her the tablet. She's lied to you already. Uttered words that bite her heart as they leave her lips, for she wants the tablet more than anything. She desires what she can no longer feel, but once tasted. You must not. Whatever happens, give it to her. Oh, she is the desert bird that longs to fly. She has dreams of taking flight in her ambiguous world filled with vague clouds and shadowed air. Careful. She is a clever. I'm sorry. I'm overwhelming you. Look for the hole in the ground. That's where your journey begins. I will find you.
So that's Esher. So Yeesha's telling me that several people perhaps have looked at the tablet or have gone to free the tablet, and even she had had the opportunity to. But they sought to hold on to it. Oh, this is about the death of Denis. All the people who died. And then there's Esher, and he looks like he's Denis. He's wearing the goggles of the Denis. They're sensitive to light. Somehow they're able to link with the symbols that they have on their chests. Oh, is this Catherine and Atrus and their child? Yeesha, right. They were supposed to help rebuild Denis, but now, are we inside? Oh, yes, this is it. So back in Uru, we found the cleft. We found where Tiana had originally descended into Denis. It was this crater, and now we're actually inside the crater, a place that we haven't been able to go to before. There's water pooled here, but I can't access it. Now, that's the Moiety dagger from Riven. As we had seen outside when we were playing Uru, there was the skeleton of the Wark. There was the star fissure machine. They had fallen here. Oh, this is Myst Island. Yeesha called it a cursed island. Yeah, that was the gate in Riven and the fissure. Whoa. Volcanic activity again? Is Denis going to crumble because of tectonic plates and whatnot going awry? Now, Esher said to find a hole. Oh yeah, that's Yeesha. There it is. That's where we're standing now. And that's the cleft. Oh, that looks like a hole. So it's Yeesha and someone else. It looks like it could even be Esher. There's Yeesha with the Bahro in the cavern. Yeesha, the city of Denis, books. Maybe that's even a depiction of Atrus? It's hard to tell who drew these and why. What disturbs me is that both Yeesha and Esher have said that when we reclaim the tablet, we're not to give it to her. Oh. These tremors. And a Bahro? Whoop. And a bunch of bats, too. Now, when we completed Uru, Yeesha said that every time someone embarked on that journey with the journey claws, that they were able to free one of the Bahro. I wonder if my Bahro is around here anywhere. Where are they going? There's a number of paths. This must be the entrance to Denis. And what is this? It's the symbol of the desert bird.
These pages are my journey, my story, my path. They're not meant to cover up, but to reveal. Sometimes in poems, sometimes in story, sometimes clear, sometimes vague, sometimes long, sometimes brief. But the release of these words is a soothing elixir to my burdened soul. The words must flow from me, or I will die. And in the end, these words are crumbs that spill along my path, and whoever eats these crumbs will know more of me.
So this book will be akin to the book that we had found in Myst III Exile, where Saavedro had accidentally left pages from his journal strewn about the ages. And this is a book for Yeesha. We're going to have to assemble her pages. And it even shows us that there's 12 total by the looks of it. And we already have the first one. Is there another one right down there? And I see you, Bahro. You're at the very end. Yeah, this is another one.
I am finding where I am by understanding where I was. And everything I was is linked to the island of Myst, the refuge. And I must know where they were as well. My heritage, my people, my family. My father, the prisoner of the hidden and the revealed. Raised by Tiana, who hid the truth. Then raised by Gen, who revealed the truth. But Tiana hid for love, and Gen revealed for power. Mother, too, nothing more than a slave to what she knew and what she felt. Taught by Gen to write what she knew, then taught by Tiana to write what she felt. But Gen's teachings imprisoned her, and Tiana's teachings freed her. And in the end, through the hidden and revealed, through the known and the felt, through the good and the evil, through the gods and the devils, they came together. Together they came, father floating and mother caring, father knowing and mother feeling. And my great-grandmother Tiana watched, and my grandfather Gen fell. And so began our path of pain. Tiana was called the Destroyer, but she brought them together, and lived with them on Myst Island. Father could not keep Myst simple. New structures and new ages he brought. Mother could not keep Myst solitary. 2 new sons she brought, my brothers, Cirrus and Achenar. And they grew up strong and hungry and lustful, like their grandfather Gen, unable to control the power of books, the power of writing ages. And as a result, all became prisoners in their refuge. I will never return to that place.
Yeah, and that's Myst Island. So that's the second entry. Now there's a path down there with a sneaky little Bahro, but I'm going to go down this way just to see what's here before I scare him away. I wish I knew what this was. Usually when a 3 is done over on its side, 3 would be here. Wouldn't this be something bizarre like 30 or... And then that's the symbol for 4, but it's turned over once as well. I'll have to learn the Dini number system into the like 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s and beyond, because I've memorized the symbols pretty much up until 10, and then I don't know what happens when you put them side by side. It'll probably be pretty key later. Huh, a great room. This wall definitely was not meant to be caved out like this. There's levers. Huh. Esher?
I apologize for the goggles earlier, but my eyes are not accustomed to the sun in this age. I have taken this same journey, this same quest, and failed. I'm not proud of my failure, yet I think that what I learned will be useful in your quest. Your journey continues through that door.
This door? Also, there's something I just don't like inherently about Esher. Also, that's a Yeesha thing down there. Nope, I'm not going to open that yet. Wait, was that a Bahro up there? Couldn't even see it. It was hanging from the ceiling. Another
the
Yeesha.
stranger, the friend, returned again to help father save mother. Imagine a stranger traveling to Riven, risking all, asking for nothing. I think of humility, thinking more of others. Humility. Prisoners are freed by nothing more and nothing less. Again, my grandfather, my heritage. Ugh. That monster who thought himself a god was once again imprisoned. Perhaps he still rules that desolate, empty, and dead place, riven by the pride and bitterness of his own heart. But more likely, he is in another desolate, empty, dead place where there is weeping. I hope he is miserable. I cannot forgive him for what he did. It eats at my heart. I hate him because I have his same desires. Mother and father came again together to the refuge, to Myst Island. But it was only a shell, a place to exist. A fallen place, torn apart by pride, just as the great Denis city was. Just as I am. Torn. What is a stranger? Someone who is not me? Yet sometimes I feel like a stranger to myself. I become two, one who I know and one who I do not. Where does this other one come from? Which one is me?
So this is Yeesha reflecting on the greed of her grandfather, Gen, and how her brothers, they had that same desire as well, though she doesn't mention them. But she draws herself with another darker half. This is her as she normally is. And it's the one with the symbol of the desert bird, and it's scribbled and dark. Maybe she's afraid that she's succumbing to the same weakness that her grandfather had. Oh no, there's one that we've missed. Maybe it's down the other path. So, yeah, she is torn. Okay, there's a Bahro down there. Hi. Oh, there's another one up there too? Yeah, they really can just link away at will. Oh, wow. This is that room, except a different room. This is like the room that we saw for the Great Shaft. This looks like one of those old Denis viewers.
Oh! How could this be? On their backs, this fallen empire was built. What hypocrisy. Such abuse of power. I think they even deluded themselves into believing their own lies. It pains me to the point of ill. It makes me pleased that they are dead. What hate is in me.
She hated the Denis. She wanted them dead. And then she's remorseful at the fact that she is filled with... What? Were there more Bahro in here that I just couldn't see? Okay. So that's the dagger. Are these parts of the shaft? Oh, this is a DRC map. The elevator. Hey, actually, that's the same shirt that was left there. Oh, and it's too bad I don't have my key with me. But this machine was non-functional the last time I saw it too. Nothing in this catacomb. A lot of cots and stuff. Well, let's see what's in her next journal. Yeah, this is the one that we are missing.
Pride is a thief. Pride stole the soul of the Denis people. Pride stole my own brothers. The temptation was too great. It is not the power, but the desire for power that destroys. That desire is in my blood. The blood of my ancestors, the blood of my flesh. I fight it, but I am pulled even now. My father tried to hide what he valued, his books and ages, while my brothers tried to hide what they valued, riches and power. Father was trusting, or naive, and ages and people were destroyed. And so my family was imprisoned. My brothers in ages written by father. Father in a Denis prison he had escaped from in childhood. And mother in the world she loved and feared the most. Riven, her home, her refuge. Perhaps it's why I now fear my home, my refuge. And then by the maker or by the roll, a stranger found the book. The book had been intended to be destroyed by fire, but by the maker or by the roll, it was taken far away. The book was preserved until it was time. Surely it was the maker who preserved the book that would bring help. Now it was time. A stranger found the book, came to the island and freed father. A lesson was learned. A friendship was forged. Friendship. The least are my friends. I must use the least wisely. I must listen to them and respect them. They are powerful, they are willing, and they are afraid.
It looks like one of those tablets. I'll write this down. So this, it looks like two people sitting apart from one another. And I'll write this down, friend. Because I wonder if we have to use these to draw. I mean, I admit I played this a long time ago, so it's a little bit fuzzy, but there's actually a drawing element of this game. It is the only way that you can actually communicate with the Bahro, who are the least. Is there anything to this? No. Huh. There was a book here. Oh. We want to go there. It even has a diagram, a map, with the number 1 on it. I'll draw that out. That's number 1. And I think I can remember the name of this, and it's called Dairibo.